The United States has seized a Russian-flagged oil tanker in the Atlantic after a dramatic weeks-long chase in the high seas. U.S. forces took custody of the vessel Marinera, formerly known as Bella 1, for violating American sanctions, as per reports. The seizure was led by the Department of Homeland Security with support from the U.S. military. U.S. European Command said the tanker was seized under a federal court warrant after extensive tracking. The Coast Guard vessel Monroe pursued the ship across the North Atlantic before executing the seizure. War Secretary Pete Hegseth said the blockade of sanctioned Venezuelan oil remains fully in effect worldwide. The tanker was first pursued by the U.S. Coast Guard off Venezuela last month, officials said. The incident quickly became a flashpoint between Washington and Moscow amid rising global tensions. Russia criticized what it called disproportionate U.S. attention on a civilian oil tanker. The vessel is part of Venezuela's so-called Dark Fleet, used to evade international sanctions. As per the U.S. officials, the tanker had been flying a false flag and operating under a seizure order. It was sanctioned in 2024 for allegedly smuggling oil linked to Hezbollah-connected networks. The ship refused U.S. boarding in December and fled across the Atlantic to evade capture. Earlier, Russia had deployed naval assets to escort the aging vessel. The U.S. is said to have been chasing the Bella 1, now reportedly renamed as the Marinera and registered to Russia since it evaded a blockade around Venezuela in December.
No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time. All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we have. It was dark and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York, Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens. We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela, and that includes many from Venezuela that are now living in the United States and want to go back to their country. It's their homeland. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. We're there now, and what people don't understand, but they understand as I say this, we're there now, but we're going to stay until such time as the proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it, essentially, until such time as a proper transition can take place. As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust, for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country. And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave if we needed to do so.